Hello. That was such an awkward greeting. What is this? Can you tell I'm nervous? This is my first booktube video, and I'm nervous. I'm so incredibly nervous. I don't know how to start a video. I'm gonna need to figure out like a phrase or something to say, because it's just like weird. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you guys about the 25 books I want to read in 2025. Hopefully this turns out okay. I'm recording this on my MacBook because I don't have a camera. And also to never really try to edit much of anything besides like very, very basic things. So not sure how this is gonna turn out. But I just started making my 2025 reading journal, and the first spread is just the 25 books I want to read in 2025. So we're gonna go over that. I have a lot of variety. I have 5 fantasies, 4 romanticises, 3 sci-fi, 3 mystery thriller, 1 chick lit, 3 romances, 3 literary fictions, 1 classic, and 2 dystopian books. I'm getting all genres except nonfiction. You cannot pay me to read nonfiction. Just kidding. Actually, one of my goals was to read at least 3 nonfiction books this year. Why did I do that? Because I have no intention. There's like none I actually want to read. I'm gonna have to force myself. I need to like broaden my horizons a little bit, but there's no nonfiction on this list. That's fine. And one thing you're gonna learn about me, one thing I'm realizing looking at this list is I have extreme FOMO. I feel like almost all these books are just like extremely popular books that I never got around to. So not a lot of underrated stuff here. But okay, let's just get into it. This intro is already too long. The first book, Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. This is a fantasy. I don't even know what it's about exactly. I just know it's extremely hyped up, and everyone says Brandon Sanderson is the man. He is the king of fantasy. Apparently that's what everyone says. And okay, I like fantasy, so I want to give him a try. Even if I don't read Mistborn, I want to read at least one Brandon Sanderson book, just because everyone hypes him up so much, and I feel like maybe it could be your favorite author. And then the second book I have is If You Could See the Sun by Anne Liang. I read my first Anne Liang book last year, and it was life-changing. One of the best things that ever happened to me was that book. And so I need to read more. Like, the writing was so beautiful, and the banter and the characters and everything. It was so good. And this one seems very similar to the one I read last year was I Hope This Doesn't Find You, and it was one of the best books I've ever read my whole entire life. And so I feel like this one, out of everything else in her backlist, seems the most similar to that. Like, I'm just trying to get like a carbon copy of that book. But If You Could See the Sun, it's also, they're both academic articles to lovers. And I love that trope so much. I feel like I'm gonna eat this up, and if she's writing it, oh my gosh, I feel like she could write anything, to be honest. I want to get through her entire backlist this year, but I only tried to put one book on this list just because I didn't want to make it too repetitive, and this is the one I want to do most. And then the third book, Serpent and Dove. I own this. I got it for my birthday and haven't gotten around to it yet. I'm gonna read this trilogy. It's about a witch and a witch hunter. Sounds good to me. I love enemies lovers. I also love witches and things that I think it's set during Salem witch trials, if I'm not mistaken, and I love that era. Reading about that era, so I think it's gonna eat. And then the fourth book is Maze Runner. I feel like I'm the only person on earth who has not read this yet. I even watched the movies like years and years and years ago. I don't remember too much. I remember a little bit, but I feel like the plot twists will probably still hit because it's been so long. I don't remember all that much. But I need to read this. I need to. I even have not to brag. I had the collector's edition of the book. I found it at Goodwill for $2. What a steal. So I bought it and then proceeded to never read it. I need to get to it this year. What number is this? 5? The Chronicles of Narnia. Again, I'm one of the only people on earth who has yet to read this, and I know I'm probably out of age range at this point, but I still want to get to it because I just feel like I'm missing out and I'm getting FOMO because everyone has read this, and everyone makes references to Narnia, and I just don't get it because I never read it. So I need to read this. Number 6, The Inheritance Games. I own the book, haven't read it, and everyone says it's really good. That's not for me. It's a mystery thriller. I think there's a love triangle in it. I don't really know what to say about this. I think there's like billionaires. I don't know. I don't even know. I feel like most of these plots I don't even know. I'm just like intrigued for whatever reason. The cover of this is really, really pretty. I love the cover. I think it's stunning. So that's also one thing that's drawing me in. And then number 7, Magnolia Parks. I need to find a way to sit. That's not comfortable. That's good. Magnolia Parks. I love the Addicted Calloway Sisters series. It's one of my favorite series. Actually, probably is my number 1 favorite series. And a lot of people have been comparing them and saying it's like drama and bad family and yada yada. I'm sold. If you compare anything to Addicted Calloway, I will read it. Also, a lot of my favorite booktubers love Magnolia Parks. Sarah Caroli, Madison Kate, Rachel Catherine. They all love this series so much, and I feel like I'll probably eat it up too. And then, I keep forgetting number 1. 8. Babel. This one intimidates me, but I really want to get to it. It sounds very profound. From what I've heard, very beautiful, very profound. The fantasy. I think it's... Is there Found Family? I feel like I heard that somewhere, but I might be thinking of a different book. Not really sure. But it was between... I was either going to put the Poppy War in there or this, and I feel like this one intrigues me a little more. Is it also Dark Academia? I really like Dark Academia. So if it is, I'm going to eat this up. I'm very, very excited. I'm just intimidated because a lot of people say it's for, like, super smart people. And anytime anyone says that about a book, I'm like, ooh, that scares me. But I want to give it a go. I think I'll really like it. And then number 9 is Kingdom of the Wicked. This is a romance-y. I feel like everyone has read this. This was one of the, like, the OG book talk books, and I just never got around to it. Not sure why. It's been on my radar for years, and I just, for whatever reason, there's always something else I want to read, I guess. Just haven't gotten around to it, but I think about it all the time, but then never actually read it. This year is going to be the year I actually read it. Hopefully. I've also heard a lot about the MMC. Everyone's, like, smitten with this man. And I need to find a new book friend, so I'm gonna read this one. And then, number 10. Yeah, number 10, I think. Tomorrow. Everyone talks about this book and raves about it. I don't know what it is about it. I still haven't read it. I think it's the gamer thing that's, like, throwing me off. I am not a gamer. I've tried to game. My cousins have tried to teach me to game. My siblings have tried to teach me to game. They're all gamers. I just don't like it. Can't get into it at all. So when I heard it was about 2 gamers, I was, like, put off by it. And I haven't read it. But everyone says it's, like, such a beautiful story. And I feel like I need to force myself to read this because I feel like once I start, I'm going to really love it. Just the things I hear about it, it sounds so beautiful. I just need to get over the gamer thing. Like, it's not that serious. Gaming just, like, I have PTSD. And that's literally why I'm not having read it. But I just need to force myself. Number 11, Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I'm not a huge sci-fi girly. It's my least favorite fictional genre. But everyone says this book is really good. They say it's very beginner friendly. And a lot of people I know who don't like sci-fi have liked this book. So maybe I'll like it. I'm not sure. But a lot of people say this is the one to start with if you're getting into sci-fi. So, okay, I'll give it a go. Number 12, Wuthering Heights. This is a classic. One of my New Year's resolutions was to read 10 classics. It's almost February and I've read 0, so we're not off to a great start. But this is one of the ones that intrigues me the most. I hear it's about a toxic romance, and I'm here for the drama. Give it to me. And then what number am I? We had 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The Files of Illuminae, I think it's called. I don't even know who the others are. But this is the one that's not written like a traditional book. Like the pages, how do I describe this? I don't own it, so I can't show you, but it's like, maybe I can find pictures and put them on the screen. It's, lost the words. It's told in like files, and it's just not written like words like this. It's like very, very unique. I picked it up at a bookstore and I was so intrigued because it seems like nothing I've ever read before, and I'm always looking for like something that feels new because I read a lot, and a lot of it feels like recycled, and sometimes I love that. Like there are some things that I will read over and over and over again, but I am always looking for something new, and this seems like something like nothing else. So I want to read it. Don't know anything about it, and I kind of want to go in blind. I was just really intrigued by the formatting. I really hope I can find some pictures on the internet to like put on here to show you guys how the pages are, because like my description was not good. Hopefully you guys like it. And then I have One of Us is Lying. This one, I just hear so much about this series, and I picked it up at Goodwill, and the cashier was like, "This is such a good book," and I was like, "Okay, I'm sold." I don't know. Whenever a stranger recommends me a book, I take it very seriously. I don't know why. I just feel like I will read it. I don't know. It's just a thing. And then the next one is Queen of Nothing. This is the third book in the Cool Prince trilogy, which I started last year and absolutely devoured. And I need to read the third book. As soon as I can get it at the library, I'm going to get it. I'm actually going to the library later this weekend. Hopefully, I can get it if it's unless it's checked out by someone else, in which case I will be very sad, but I will be reading this book like most definitely this year. And then I have the Selection series by Kiera Cass, I think it is. Again, just FOMO. I feel like everybody has read this series except me, and I see references, I see Instagram fan art, and I want to get it. I want to fangirl with everyone. I also hear it's like supposed to be like The Bachelor or The Bachelor. I don't know. I never actually watched The Bachelor, but like the idea of it in book form kind of intrigues me, even though I like won't watch the show. I don't know. Just there's a lot of things like that though. Like in movie or show format, I'm like, I'm not interested, but then I hear about it in a book format, the same plot, and I'm like, ooh, that's intriguing. I don't know why. Books are just better. And then I have Throne of Glass. Literally the last person on earth to read this. Every romantic reader has read this series and raves about it. So many people say this is their favorite book ever, favorite series ever. And I feel like I'm so late. I need to get to this. It's actually giving me hives. I see so many references to this, to Sam, and who's the other character? I don't know. I feel like I mostly hear about Sam. Dorian? Yeah, I think he's in Third Class. Who's the main girl? I know. Is it like Selena? Is that right? I don't know. Don't tempt me. But I really want to get to it. Everyone says it's like amazing. It's like a masterpiece. And apparently the plot is really good and the romance is really good. And just, I want to read it. I've read ACOTAR. I liked ACOTAR. And I read Crescent City. I liked Crescent City less, but it was good. And I feel like this is good. I feel like it's going to eat. And then I have Bear Town by Frederick Bachman. This is a small town hockey literary fiction book. It sounds, I don't know. I haven't read anything by Frederick Bachman. A lot of people say his writing is just the most beautiful thing they've ever read. And one of my Goodreads friends was posting quotes. It wasn't even for Bear Town. It was another book by him that she read, and she was posting the quotes, and they were just so beautiful. I read all the quotes. And for some reason, instead of putting that book on my TBR that she had posted about, I decided on Bear Town. I went through all his books and read the descriptions and stuff, and this one just seems the most intriguing to me. For whatever reason, I don't know. I heard hockey in small town. Say small town, and I'm sold. And I also really like the idea of hockey. I don't watch hockey, and I don't care about hockey in real life, but book hockey, I love it. And then I have the Natural series by Jennifer Lillian Barnes. I think she's the only author who's on here twice. I heard it's like Criminal Minds plus teenagers, and I love Criminal Minds, and I love YA. I feel like it's gonna eat. And then I have A Little Life. Everyone says this is the saddest book they've ever read. I'm ready to be devastated. When I'm in the mood for a cry, this is what I'm gonna pick up. If it is anything like, okay. I read The Fault in Our Stars. This is kind of random, but I read The Fault in Our Stars, and I was devastated, and I was like not okay for weeks. Like I would just think about that book and just like start tearing up. Hopefully, this isn't as sad as that. I don't think anything could ever be as sad as The Fault in Our Stars. But if it is, I'm gonna be a shell of a person, and it's gonna change my life. But it's kind of a good thing. Like I love books that change my life, but also like that was devastating. And like, do I want to go through it again? Yes, but also no. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Now I'm just like rambling. Anyway, on to the next. Gossip Girl. I hated the show, but I want to read the books and see if they're better. And then I have Twilight. Again, I feel like I'm the only person on earth who hasn't read this. I tried to read Twilight when I was in 5th grade, and I got legitimately 8 pages in. I remember this like it was yesterday. I have a vivid memory of trying to read this book, and it was just a little bit out of my reading range back then. I thought it was too difficult to read and I didn't really get it, so I put it down. I barely gave it a shot though. Literally 8 pages. I want to try again though. See if I like it now. And then I have Legend by Mary Lou. I have the whole, it's right there. I have the whole quartet. I think that's called one of those 4 books. And I mean, I own it, so I might as well. I've been collecting them. I found, where did I find them? Legend I got for my birthday, and then, oh, I think Rebel I got a little free library I traded in, and then Prodigy and Champion I found at the thrift store. So I've been collecting it, and now that I have them all, I want to binge it. So that's on here, and then I have the X-Files by Jessica Joyce. I read You With You by her last year, and I loved it. I thought the writing was so pretty, and I liked the banter, and I liked the characters, and everything about it. So I want to read something else from her, and a lot of people are saying this is even better than You With You, which, that sounds great. I also know it's Second Chance, and it's like summery, and I think there's weddings involved, which I love. I love weddings. That's so cute and romantic. And then also the fact that it's Second Chance. I love Second Chance. I love that history. That's one of my favorite tropes. I feel like Second Chance romances are so, I feel like that's such an overhated trope. A lot of people I know hate that trope. I eat it up. I think it's so beautiful when they like fall in love again. And so, I love it. Love it. So I'm very excited for this one. I think I'm going to really like it. And then the last one I have is Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. I kind of want to read the whole Brutal Birthright series, but that's the first one, so that's the one I put on here. I only read one dark romance last year. Or not, one mafia romance. Like I read another dark romance, but it wasn't mafia. And I used to be an avid mafia reader, and when I was looking at my statistics for last year and I realized I only read one mafia romance, I kind of got sad. Because I was like, this used to be my brand. I used to read like almost solely mafia romance, and it just made me kind of sad that I only read one. And I don't want to go back to completely reading mafia romances. I've kind of like gotten out of that. But I do want to get back into it a little bit because I used to love them. And the drama, and the action, and the romance, and the passion, and everything. Like, they were good. I don't know, it just made me really sad that I only read one last year. 365 days, and I only read one. Like, that's sad. So, I want to get back into it a little tiny bit. Like, it's not going to take up my whole life like it used to. Just a little bit. And I feel like that one's, like, easy mafia. It's like on the lighter side. It's like super dark. I can't do super dark. I don't like it, but like lighter mafia romances, I ate it up. I feel like I've said I ate it up way too many times in this video. But that is the 25 books I want to read in 2025. I'm also so proud of myself for like how many different genres I got. I'm really branching out. Like I got almost every genre. That's amazing. And I got 3 sci-fis, which I'm so proud of myself for that, for putting them on here. Sci-fi, I don't read much sci-fi. In fact, there's 3 that I'm like genuinely wanting to read and I'm planning to read. Go me! I'm branching out, and I'm so proud of myself for that. So, those were the 25 books I want to read in 2025. How do I end a video? I have no idea. You can definitely tell this is my first video. Like the nervousness. Do I just say bye? I guess so. Bye!